Go back to sleep. It's all right, Molly. Annie's here.
It was my mama, Annie. We was riding on the ferry boat, and she was holding me up to see all the big ships, and then I couldn't find her no more.
Blow. It was only a dream, honey. Now you gotta go back to sleep. It's after 3 o'clock.
Annie, read me your note.
Again?
Please.
Sure, Molly.
Here it comes again.
Please take good care of our little darling. Her name is Annie.
She was born on October 28th. We will be back to get her soon.
Have half the silver lock around her neck and kept the other half, so that when we come back for her, we will know that she's our baby. Now they're laughing.
All right, do you want to sleep with your teeth inside your mouth or out?
Gee, I dream about having a mother and father again. But you're lucky. You really got it.
I know. Maybe far away, or maybe real nearby. He's probably pouring her coffee. She's probably straightening his tie. Maybe in a house all over by a hill.
She's sitting lately and no,
Betcha they're young, betcha they're smart.
then they collect things.
Like Esther's and all.
Betcha they're good. Why?
Their one mistake was giving up peace.
So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I win, they'll be there calling me baby, Betcha he reads, betcha she sews. Maybe she's made me a closet of clothes. Maybe they're strict, as straight as a line. Don't really care as long as they're mine. So maybe now this brings the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby?
Now what?
Annie, what are you doing?
Running away.
Oh my goodness.
My parents are never coming for me. I gotta go find them.
Annie, you're crazy. Miss Hannigan will catch you.
Give you a paddle. I don't care. I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'm ready. Wish me luck.
Good luck, Annie. So long, Dumbbell.
Aha! Caught you. Get up. Get up.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Turn around. I said turn around. There. Now what do you say? What do you say?
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Rotten orphan.
I'm not an orphan. My mother and father left a note saying that they loved me and they were coming back for me.
That was 1922. This is 1933. Get up. Now for this one's shenanigans, you'll all get down on your knobby little knees and clean this dump until it shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
But it's only 4 o'clock in the morning.
Get to work.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now, why any kid would want to be an orphan, I'll never know.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Static treated, we get tricked. Static kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Got no folks to speak of, so it's a hard knock road. We hoe cotton blankets, saddle wool, empty bellies, saddle full. It's a hard knock life. Don't it feel like the wind is always howling? Don't it feel like there's never any light?
Once a day, don't you want to throw the towel in? It's easier than putting up a fight.
No one's there when your dreams are naked creepy.
No one cares if you grow in the street.
No one cries when your eyes get wet and weepy. From the crying you would think this place would sing. Oh, empty belly life, rotten smelly life, full of sorrow life, no tomorrow life.
Santa Claus we never see.
No one cares for you, a snitch, when you're in an orphanage. It's a hard knock life.
You'll stay up till this dump shines like the top of the Chrysler building.
Yank the whiskers from her chin, jab her with the safety pin, make her drink a Mickey Finn. I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Get to work. Strip their beds. I said, get to work.
It's a hard knock life.
Merry Christmas.
It's a hard knock life
Merry
for us.
Christmas.
No one cares for you, a
Merry
snitch,
Christmas.
when you're in an orphanage. It's the hard knock life. It's the hard knock life. It's the hard knock life.
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Miss Hannigan.
Well,
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
you, what are you doing in there?
Nothing.
Get her out of there. Your days are numbered. All right, breakfast.
Hot mush. Yuck.
Not hot mush, cold mush. And after your mush, you go straight to your sewing machines. There's an order of dresses to finish if you have to work straight through the midnight.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Now line up.
Laundry man.
Morning, bundles.
Morning, kids. Clean sheets once a month, whatever you need them or not. Hey, Aggie. How's the prettiest girl on South 14th Street?
Bundles, get out of here with that laundry.
All right, so long, gorgeous, and Merry Christmas.
Annie, you call this clean? This place looks like a pigsty. Annie?
Annie ain't here.
What do you mean Annie ain't here?
She just went with Mr. Bundles in the laundry bag.
Bundles? Police!
No more hard knock life for Annie. Lucky duck, she got away.
But we're gonna have to pay.
Gonna get our faces slapped. Gonna get our knuckles
Apples, apples, 2 for a nickel.
Excuse me, sir, but could you donate an apples to the orphans picnic?
Sure, no one's buying them anyway.
Gee, thanks, mister.
Say, kid, when is the orphan's picnic?
Soon as I take a bite.
Hey, kid! Seen any stray mutts around here?
No, sir.
Oh, good. They all must be running towards Astor's place.
Hey, there's one they didn't get. They're after you, ain't they? Well, don't worry. They're after me, too. But I ain't gonna let them get you or me. Everything's gonna be all right for the both of us. If not today, well, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gay and lonely, I'll just take on my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow I love you. You're always a day away.
Hey, you little girl, come here.
Yes, officer?
That dog there, ain't it stray?
A stray? Oh no, officer, he's my dog.
Your dog, huh? So what's his name?
His name is Sandy. Right, that's it. I call him Sandy because of his nice sandy color.
Okay, let's just match his name.
Well, you see, officer, I just got him. Sometimes.
Call him.
Here, Sandy. Here, boy. Here, Sandy. Good boy. Good old Sandy.
Next time you take him out, I want to see him on leash and with a license, or else he goes to the pound.
Yes, officer, I understand.
I'll get along with you before you get to death out here in this little way.
Oh, I don't mind the weather. When I'm stuck with a day that's gay and lonely, I just stick on my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow I love you. You're always a day away. Tomorrow I love you. You're always a
Miss Hannigan, you know you're serving for us on Coney Island?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's just throw up on it.
Little girls, everywhere I turn, I can see them. Little girls, night and day I eat, sleep, and breathe them. Some women are dripping with diamonds. Some women are dripping with pearls. Lucky me, look at what I'm dripping with. Little girls. Someday I'll step on their freckles. Some night I'll straighten their curls. Look at what I'm cooking with. Yeah, come in.
Good afternoon, Miss Hennigan. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Ward of the 17th Precinct. We found your runaway.
Oh, thank you, officer.
She was in one of them Louisvilles over to the river with a bunch of bums.
They weren't bums.
Had a mangy mutt with her too, but he got away.
Oh, poor pumpkin, out in the freezing cold with just that thin sweater. I hope you didn't catch influenza. Thank you so much again, officer.
All in the line of duty. And you, I better not hear that you ran away from this nice lady again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, officer. The next time you walk out of that door will be 1953. Well, are you glad to be back? Huh?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar. What's the one thing I always taught you? Never tell a lie.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yes.
I'm Grace Farrell, Private Secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks, the millionaire?
Mr. Warbucks has decided to invite an orphan to spend the Christmas holidays at his home.
What sort of orphan did he have in mind?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Mississippi, capital MISSISSIPPI, Mississippi.
And cheerful.
You shut up. And how old?
Age doesn't matter. 8 or 9? 10? 11? Yes, 11 would be perfect. Oh, I almost forgot. Mr. Warbucks prefers children with red hair.
11, redhead. Sorry, we don't have orphans like that.
What about this child right here?
Annie? Oh, no, you don't want her.
Annie, would you like to spend the next 2 weeks at Mr. Warbucks' home?
I would love to.
You can have any orphan here, but not Annie.
Perhaps I should call the Board of Orphans.
It's Annie you want, it's Annie you get.
It's Annie I want.
Oh, boy.
Now, if you get her coat, I can take her along right now.
She don't have no coat.
Well, then we'll buy her one.
Oh, boy.
Come along, Annie. Mr. Warbucks' limousine is outside.
Oh, boy, I can hardly believe it.
She can hardly believe it.
Hey, kids, I'm getting out for Christmas. I'll write to ya.
Someday I'll land in the nut house with all the nuts and the squirrels. There I'll stay tucked away till the prohibition of little girls.
Good afternoon, Miss Farrell.
Good afternoon, Drake. Everyone? Good afternoon, Miss. Has Mr. Warbucks arrived yet?
No, miss. We're expecting him any minute.
Do you really live here, or is this a train station?
Yes, we really live here. Now, can you come here for a moment, please?
Quickly, everyone.
This is the orphan who will be staying with us for Christmas. Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone.
May I take your coat, miss?
Will I get it back?
Of course, dear. Now, what would you like to do first?
The floors. I'll scrub them first. Then I'll get to the windows.
Oh no, Annie, you won't have to do any cleaning here. You're a guest. And for the next 2 weeks, you're gonna have a splendid time. Cecile will pick out all your clothes. Your bath is drawn by Mrs. Greer.
So, no bowls, I think.
Annette comes in to make your bed. I think I'm gonna like it here. When you wake, ring for Drake. Drake will bring your tray. When you're through, Mrs. Pugh comes to take it away. No need to pick up any toys.
That's okay. I haven't got any anyway.
No finger will you lift, my dear. We have one more request. Please put us to the test. I know I'm gonna like it here.
Used to room in a tomb where I'd sit and freeze. Get me now, holy cow. Could someone pitch me, please? Ow!
She didn't mean it. We've never had a little girl.
We've never had a little girl.
I'm very glad to volunteer. We hope you understand. Your wishes are command. I know you're gonna like it here.
Welcome!
Where is everybody? Hello, everybody.
Welcome home, Mr. Warbucks.
It is good to be home.
How was your flight from Chicago, sir?
Oh, not bad. Only took 11 hours. Grace? Messages?
President Roosevelt wants you to call him at the White House.
We'll get back to him tomorrow.
Mr.
All
Warbucks.
right. It's good to see everyone again. Sir. Drake, dismiss the staff.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Grace, you'll get out your note. But who is this?
This is Annie, sir, the orphan who will be staying with us for Christmas.
That's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir, you just said an orphan, so I chose a girl.
Very well, I suppose you'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Oh, just Annie, Mr. Warbucks, sir. I haven't got any last name. I'm sorry I'm not a boy.
Oh, no, that's perfectly fine. I couldn't be happier. Now, Grace, if you'll get out your notebook, we'll start with the iron ore shipments from Toledo to... What are we supposed to do with this child?
Well, it is her first night here, sir.
Very well. Annie, I suppose we should do something special since it is your first night here. Would you like to go to a movie?
Gosh, Mr. Warbucks, I've never been to one.
Then you'll go to the Roxy and have an ice cream soda at Rumpelmayer's, and then have a handsome cab ride around Central Park.
Golly!
And Grace, forget about the dictation for tonight. Instead, you will take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir.
Ah, gee.
Is something the matter, Annie?
Well, it's just that I thought you were going to take me.
Oh, no. I'm far too busy to do something like that tonight.
Ah, gee.
Now, Annie, I've just been away for 6 weeks. When a man runs a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
Oh, sure, I know, Miss Warbucks. That's all right.
Drake!
Yes, sir?
Get our coats.
Ah, gee!
And Grace, you'll come along too, of course.
Which car would you be wanting, sir?
The Duesenberg... No, wait, the poor child's been cramped up in an orphanage. We'll walk.
Thank you.
Walk to the Roxy?
Why not? It's only 45 blocks.
Yes, sir. I hope the weather's good today.
Oh, have you seen it outside? Oh, smell those buff fumes. There is no air finer than the air of New York City. Well, come on, you slowpokes. We need to be at the Roxy before the prices change. NYC, the shimmer of Times Square, the pulse,
The beat,
the drive. NYC, you might say that I'm square, but wow, I come alive.
The city's bright as a penny arcade. It blinks, it tilts, it rings.
to think that I've lived here all of my life and never seen these things.
NYC, the whole world keeps coming. By bus, by train, you can't explain their yen for NYC. Just got here this morning. $3, 2 pence, 1 me.
NYC, I give you fair warning. Up there in lights, I'll be.
Go ask the Gershwins or Kaufman and Hart, the place they love the best. Though California pays big for their art, their fan mail comes addressed to NYC. Tomorrow a penthouse that's way up high. Tonight the wide, it's NYC. NYC, your standing room only. You crowd, you cram, you're still the champ. Amen for
Popcorn. What do you say to some popcorn? I haven't had popcorn since. Give in, don't fight. Good girl, good night. Sleep tight.
Very serious. Once again, we bring you the romance of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove that just because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over.
God, I hope not.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
What's the matter? Warbucks fed up with Annie already?
On the contrary, Miss Hannigan, this has to be signed and sent back to the Board of Orphans no later than 10 o'clock tomorrow.
What for?
Because Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie, he wants to adopt her.
Annie, the daughter of a millionaire.
The daughter of a billionaire.
Would you excuse me for a second, please? Got any more wonderful news?
Merry Christmas.
Oops, pardon me, Blondie. How you doing, sis? Long time no see.
Rooster, they finally let you out of prison. What were you in for this time?
Some old geezer said I swindled him out of $1,100.
Why'd he say that?
Because the rooster swindled him out of $1,100.
Sis, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine from
Jersey City.
Rooster, do me a favor. Get out of here.
So, who was the blondie I bumped into when I come in? Seemed like she had a couple of dollars.
She works for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks?
Annie, one of the orphans from here, is getting adopted by him.
From the orphan.
Yeah, living in the lap of luxury while the two Henneke kids ended up on the skids. It ain't fair how we scrounge for $3 or $4 while she gets Warbucks.
The little brat! It ain't fair, this your life is driving me nuts. While we get peanuts, she's living fat.
Maybe she hopes to be that little lady.
To getting more bucks.
Instead of less. Maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Wait, what's that put us?
Give you one guess.
Yes!
Yes, Mr. President. No, I'm not asking for your help, but I'm saying that you've got to do something. All right, we'll talk about it on
Friday.
Listen, why don't we bury the hatchet and you come down here with Mrs. Roosevelt for supper on Christmas? Oh, you will? Wonderful. Goodbye, Mr. President. Grace, find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the package from Tiffany's?
Arrived this morning.
Fine. I'm going to give it to her and tell her that I want to adopt her.
She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
Bring her down here, please.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
You're send me back to the orphanage, right?
Of course not. Now, Annie, I was born into a very poor family, and both of my parents died before I was the age of 10. So I made a promise to myself that someday, one way or another, I was going to be rich. Very rich.
That was a good idea.
But something has occurred to me. If you're all, it doesn't matter how much money you have, if you're all alone in the world, if you've got no one to share it with, you might as well be broke. Now, I was at Tiffany's the other day, and I got you this.
For me? Gosh, thanks, Mr. Warbucks.
It's a silver locket, Annie. I noticed that old broken one you always wear, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna get that kid a new locket. Now, let's just get this old one off, and we can...
No! I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mother and father left it for me when they left me at the orphanage. And a note, too. They're coming back for me. And I know I'm real lucky being here with you this Christmas, but the one thing I want in all the world is to be like other kids with folks of my own.
It's gonna be all right, Annie. I'll find them. I'll find your parents for you.
Mr. Warbucks is going to find your mother and father if he has to put everyone in his organization and if he has to pull every political string there is to pull.
Up to and including the White House. Now, Annie, I'm going to need you to give me your locket.
But, Mr. Warbucks.
I understand, but it's the only lead that we've got. I can give it to the FBI, and they can find out who bought it.
All right. Maybe they should have my note, too.
Very well, Annie. You'll be seeing your mother and father in a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh boy, I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur, finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And pretty soon, everyone will know we're looking for my folks, because we're gonna go on the radio and tell them. So make sure you listen, okay? So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wait, they'll be there calling me So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind. Won't you please come get your baby? Maybe.
Thank you, Annie, and welcome to America's favorite radio program, The Accident Hours of Smiles, starring your old softie, Bert Healy. And good evening, Oliver Warbucks. It's nice of you to drop by.
Oh, good evening, Bert Healy. It's nice to be here.
So, Oliver Warbucks, I understand you have something to tell the folks at home about little Annie.
Yes, Bert Healy. I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I'm offering a certified check for $50,000 to any person who can prove that they are Annie's parents.
Wow.
So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks Care for this station. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks.
Thank you, Bert Healy.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another right Thursday night's get-together has gone by faster than you could say accident. Yes, this is your old softie, Missy Seeley's boy Bert, saying, until next week, same time, same station, good nights.
Gee, Annie on the radio, coast to coast. She's famous.
Wish I was on the radio.
Me too.
Who wants to be on the dumb old radio?
I do. So far.
Yeah, with a smile sound.
This birthday is saying.
Hey ho, woman, hey dapper Dan, you both got your style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be bow bromally, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Here's what you're wearing, underneath your sandal round. It's what you wear from ear to ear. Ain't that matters. So senator, so janitor, so long for a while. Brother, you're never fully dressed. Though you may wear your best, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Smile, 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 darling, smile.
What are you doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard. Next thing, she'll be in the movies. Now get to bed. A $50,000 reward. $50,000! What I couldn't do with $50,000.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady who runs this here orphanage?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, we had terrible troubles back then and had to leave a baby here on the front stoop.
Our little girl, our little Annie.
You're Annie's parents? I can't believe it. Where'd you say you come from again?
A little farm up in Canada where they've got lots of chickens and ducks and geese and roosters. Gotcha, sis.
Brewster, I never would have guessed it was you in 100 years.
Who is your Aggie? We're going for Warbucks, too.
Get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
We need your help, sis. For details about any that help us pull this thing off.
What's in it for me?
Three-way split?
Half.
Half?
Half!
Okay. 25 grand each, but we gotta do it fast. Get the money, get the kid in, get out of town.
The kid's the problem. What do we do with the afterwards?
No problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. We're good. We get the 50 grand, we blow this crummy town, and then Mia, meet ya.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Easy Street, Easy Street. Annie is the key.
Yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yes, sirree, yeah.
Easy Street, Easy Street.
That's where we're gonna be.
Well, Miss Farrell, I'm sorry, Annie. I've spoken to over 1,000 of people claiming to be your parents, but they are all liars and fakes.
Are you certain?
None of them knew about the locket except us. I'm sorry.
I was sure somebody was going to be my mother and father.
Mr. Warbucks, sir, this has just come from a special messenger from the FBI.
Ah, excellent. Agent Gunderson has located the manufacturer of Annie's locket in Utica, New York.
Oh boy!
Over 90,000 were made and sold.
Aw, gee.
Annie, I don't think the FBI thinks there's a chance in a million of the locket being able to find your mother and father. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You did your best. I guess a kid can get along without folks. You didn't turn out so bad.
Grace, do you have those legal papers I gave you the other day?
Right here, sir.
Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Is that a yes or no?
If I can't have my real mother and father, there's no one I'd rather have for a father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
Oh, Annie, this is going to be much more than just an adoption. It's going to be a celebration. You can have anyone in the world you want to come to it. Now, who would you like?
I guess I like Miss Farrell here, and Mr. Drake, and Mrs. Pugh. Well, everybody here.
Drake?
Yes, sir.
Get the staff spiffed up. They're going to be the guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the kids too.
Oh, I'm afraid it's going to be past their bedtime now. But I'll tell you what. We'll bring them all down here tomorrow morning and have a great big Christmas party.
Miss Hannigan too?
Why not? Annie, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
And I'm the luckiest kid. Together at last, together forever. We're tying a knot they never can sever.
I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue.
I don't need anything but you. Yesterday was plain awful.
You can say that again.
Yesterday was plain awful.
But that's
Not now, that's then. I'm poor as a mouse,
I'm richer than Midas.
but nothing on earth could ever divide us. And if tomorrow I'm an apple seller too, I don't need anything, anything, anything. I don't need anything but you.
Excuse us, folks. Shirley, look. There's our Annie.
Who are you?
Honey, we're your mom and dad.
Mudge is the name, Ralph Mudge, and this here's the wife, Shirley.
And you're Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge?
We loved you, but we had to leave you behind.
We've seen a lot of people who...
I expect you'll be wanting proof of who we are. Here's our driver's license and Annie's birth certificate.
Baby girl Anne Elizabeth Mudge, born to Ralph and Shirley Mudge, New York, New York, October 28th, 1922.
October 28th. That's my birthday.
Ralph, look at she's wearing the locket.
When we left Annie at the orphanage, we also left half of a silver locket and kept the other half. Yes, it matches perfectly.
Oh, thank God, it's our Annie.
But, Mr. Mudge, what about the money?
Well, we don't have much, but we'd be glad to give you whatever.
So, you haven't heard that I'm offering a certified check for $50,000 to anyone who can prove they are Annie's parents?
No, sir. Anyway, we don't want no money.
On the other hand, Ralph, remember the little pig farm out in New Jersey? With $50,000, we can afford to bring Annie up right in the country.
Well, could you at least wait to pick her up until tomorrow, Christmas? That way you can pick up Annie and the check.
Whatever you prefer, sir.
Goodbye, Annie.
Until tomorrow morning, honey. And then you'll be spending the rest of your life with us. Oops. Pardon me, Blondie. Merry Christmas.
Well, this is...
Wonderful news.
Drake, champagne!
Yes, sir.
We must celebrate. just had the most wonderful news in the entire world. Annie has found her mother and father. I propose a toast to Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge. Annie?
I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
I have the strangest feeling about that, Mr. Mudge, that he's not who he says he is.
Then I won't give her up until we're certain.
But how?
I'll find a way. I'll go straight to the top, to the President of the United States, even if he is a Democrat.
Silly to cry, nothing to fear. Bet you where they lives as nice as right here. Bet you my life is gonna be swell. Looking at them, it's easy to tell. And maybe I'll forget how nice he was to me, and how I was almost his baby. Good morning, Mr. Warbucks, Miss Farrell.
Oh, good morning, Annie. You're up early.
You're up early too.
Oh, I haven't slept. FBI man coming and going. Did you know that the president is here?
Really?
Mr. President!
Good morning, Oliver. Good morning, Annie. Annie, earlier this morning, FBI Director Hoover has telephoned me some very sad news. He has succeeded in tracing the identity of your parents.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
No, dear. David and Margaret Bennett.
But
Annie?
Annie, your mother and father passed away a long time ago.
you mean I'm an orphan after all?
Are you all right, Annie?
Yes, because I know they loved me, and they would have come for me.
I love you, Annie Bennett.
And I love you too. But who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
The birth certificate could have easily been forged.
Of course, only the four of us in the FBI knew anything about the locket.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan, sir, and the children from the orphanage.
Hi, kids!
Ah, Miss Hannigan. Delighted to meet you.
Same here, and I knows you anywhere.
Miss Hannigan, allow me to introduce you to my staff. Of course, you know my secretary, Miss Farrell. This is the President of the United States. And that is my butler, Drake.
Look, kids, there's presents here for all of us.
Mr. Warbucks, this has just come from the FBI.
Ah. Now it all fits together.
Sir, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas.
Well, we don't want to bother you on Christmas. We just came to pick up Annie and the check.
Oh, yes, of course. The check. Here you are, Mr. Mudge. $50,000. Certified.
Certified. Paid to the order of... The jig is up.
Yes, the jig is up. Daniel Francis Hannigan, also known as...
Rooster Hannigan, also known as Ralph Mudge and also known as Danny the Dip.
Lewis, turn them over.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I believe you'll find that this woman is their accomplice.
Wait, I haven't met those people till yesterday.
Hop off it, Aggie.
Annie, tell them how good and nice I've always been to you.
Gee, I'm sorry, Miss Hannigan, but remember the one thing you always taught me? Never tell a lie.
Brat!
Miss Hannigan is gone for good.
And you never have to work again!
Yes, girls, for you and perhaps all of us, this Christmas is going to be the beginning of a wonderful new life. A new deal. Hey, I rather like that. A new deal.
So do I, Franklin.